Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Adam with LeadWeb AI, and we are a Air agency license holder. So we've been with Air pretty much since the beginning for a while, and I wanted to create this video for anyone out there who's trying to get a understanding of, kind of how to get started with Air, like what when you log in, what do you do, right? And so this is the actual platform when you log in. Obviously, I have some stuff that's already built out in here. Yours won't, it'll be empty. But once you start adding into the agents, adding into the knowledge bases, the contacts, the list, all of that stuff will start to populate inside of your account. And so it'll look something along the lines of this. Now, if you're just logging in for the first time, as I mentioned, it's going to be empty, but I'm going to go through how to create some stuff. So I'm going to go through the buttons on the first part of this. So right here, you have the create button, which will always take you back to the agents and knowledge base side of things. You have the contacts, which is pretty self-explanatory, the contacts, the campaigns, and the recordings. And so the way they have this set up is almost like a step-by-step. So you have to create the agent first, then add the contacts, then create the campaign, and then recordings. So it's pretty simple setup. Now, if you want to create a new agent on this side, you click new agent, you name your agent. And so this one we'll just do test for video. And I always stick with sales. You can do some other ones in here too. And mind you, this is the first version of Air. So when they launch their new version, this video will be probably obsolete, but it's all good. We'll do another one going over the new features. But for right now, I always choose sales. Even if you're doing customer support, I always do sales. And so we're going to hit create agent. You can go standard. It'll say recommended. However, there's a lot less flexibility. And standard is exactly like advanced, except it just hides all of the rules behind it, right? And I'm going to go into all of that as well in some other videos, but I'll go briefly into it now. So you hit advanced. Now you can either create from scratch, which it'll give you the original call that everyone's heard about Tesla, right? In the ads, probably, maybe you haven't, I don't know, but it'll have their original call that they have set up. Or you can magically create using AI. And so I'm going to go through this one, and you can either upload a call recording, you can give Air your existing script, or you can use a proven template from Air. So obviously the existing script and call recording are pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to go in here and use a template just to show you kind of what to expect. So now that we're here, you can do these different formats of the calling scripts, right? So if you scroll down, here it is. So this is where the script starts, right here, start script. And it'll say, hey, prospect name, wait for prospect to respond. This is what you get on the start from scratch model. Now, let's say you wanted to do one word. It'll give you the same, it'll give you the a different script, right, with a different format. And when you go in and you start creating or you start giving it context, which we will here in a moment, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So if you want to do an abandoned cart script, so we'll just, actually, no, we'll do pain, desire, gap. So we'll just hit this one. So I'm calling from ABC Roofing. Did they opt in? Yes, on Facebook. We do roof replacements and roof repairs. Now, what would you say is the core problem your service solves? We replace roofs that are in bad shape. Common pain points, pricing for deductibles, and pricing of the actual roof. Oh, well, roof. Lastly, what's the call to action? To schedule an appointment with our team to do a free inspection. And there's your script. And it's that simple. Now, the issue with this is it's probably not going to be perfect, which is fine because you'll actually be able to edit this here in a moment. But you see all of the formatting for the most part is done for you. Even the scheduling formatting. So you hit copy script, you hit X, you go down to where it says start script, where it says end script, you hit backspace, don't paste over it. If you paste over it, it'll just give you a super long script. It won't delete the other one. And then you just paste in this one. And it gave you 2 seed phrases. So we're just going to delete that. And delete that. And delete that. There we go. So now what you're left with is a script that Air wrote for you that has essentially perfect formatting, zero syntax errors on this. Now you can obviously go in and mess around with it, and as you saw, you can delete things, whatever you want to do. You can add into the actual agents. You can do all that stuff. And as far as formatting, that'll be for another video, but just wanted to go through and show you kind of getting started with this, what to expect. Now, inside of the actual script, you can also connect a knowledge base in here, which we haven't done yet, but I'll go into that in a moment. You can add actions in here, such as book an appointment, live transfer, in call, or a custom. You can regenerate the script here if you need to. If you need to have some tips on how to create a script, it's there as well. You can also do the different voices.
Okay. So
Claro, permíteme hacer.
Okay.
You can do all the different voices in there as well, which is pretty cool. And you can also set up your notes, which we'll go in that in a separate video as well. Again, this is just a simple walkthrough, right? And now that you're done with the agent side of things, what you can do, you can hit save. You click create again. It'll take you back here. You go to knowledge base, new knowledge base, and you can name your knowledge base whatever it is that you'd like to name it. Now, there's 2 ways that you can do a knowledge base, and it really just depends on how you want to have it set up. So, do you want to manually add in one by one, or would you rather upload a PDF? Not a CSV, right? Not an Excel spreadsheet, but a PDF. And I'll actually go into the format of that in a separate video as well. But essentially, you can do a mass upload, and so that way you don't have to individually go in and add one at a time, right? But that's how you create a knowledge base. And I'll go in and delete this one. Now, let's say you want to go into adding contacts. It's a little bit tricky, but not difficult at all. So what you want to do, you want to go into list. It'll automatically populate on format, but you want to go into list right here, new list, and then we'll do test for video. Once you do test for video, then you go to contacts, you hit import, and then you can select the list that you want to import. You check the box, and it'll give you a couple of different things. It'll tell you the format of everything, and you can also download an example and do your format from there. However, the easiest way that I found to do this is to open up Google Sheets and actually just do column name, format, example, description. That way it doesn't take up space on your computer, and you can easily go in and edit whatever you need to in the event that something's wrong, and you don't have to buy Microsoft Office for this either. So then you hit next step, you upload the files, and then you go to the next step. That's it. That's how simple it is to open up or do the contacts. Now, let's say you're doing campaigns. So you want to go ahead and click on campaign. And there's an issue with my audio because I'm actually on the recording right now. And actually, I want to make sure it didn't mess it up. Well, I hope it didn't mess it up. But anyway, this is the campaign. So whenever you want to do a campaign, it's very simple. You just hit new campaign. You read all of this really fast. You hit agree. You name your campaign. You set it up for outbound or inbound. And to do an inbound campaign, it's really interesting. Very 30,000 foot view, high level overview on how to do this. You select your agent. You select the area code. Air will actually provide you a phone number based on that area code, and you set the daily budget. That's how simple it is. For outbound calling, you choose your agent, you choose your list, you set your budget, and you hit launch. And that's how simple it is to create a campaign. Now, let's say you want to go on recordings. You click recordings, and you can see all the recordings. You can listen to the recording, you can read the transcript, the notes that it took, or you could provide feedback in here too to the Air support team to make sure that if there is an issue, you can provide specific timestamps as to where it was or where the issue happened, give context, and then hit submit. And that's it. Now, from a settings perspective, we're going to go into that as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just realized I've been talking to myself for a minute. Hopefully you got my recordings side of things. Just to briefly go over it, you click recordings, you hit read, you can do the notes, you can see the transcript, you can also provide feedback and specific timestamps if there is an issue, and the Air support team will get those. Now to go into the top right on the settings side of things, you'll have your profile, your team settings if you want to add people into your team, your integrations. So if you have like a webhook that you want to set up, which we'll do in another video, if you want to do your bookings, your reports, your payment methods, all of that stuff will be in the top right here. And that is the overview essentially of getting started in terms of where everything's at. Again, my name is Adam, and we are an Air agency. If you are interested with working with an Air agency and you don't feel like having to learn how to script or how to prompt the AI, dot the I's, cross the T's, or anything like that, feel free to book a demo. It should be in the description of this video. And if you want to check us out, it's LeadWebAI.com. You could also book a demo there as well. But other than that, if you have any questions, let me know. Drop them in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya.